Welcome back, guys. It is Linear versus Tama, the third and final game. One of these guys is going to be in the finals of ADV Cup and probably the favorite, and the other one is going to be out of ADV Cup. Top 4 finish ain't bad, but obviously both of these guys are in it to win it, and only one of them can survive this match. No more talk. Let's get into it. Third and final time, Linear on the bottom. My prehensile trunk top side again is Tama, and they are standard leads this time. No funny business. Zapdos and T-Tower are the two most common leads in the gen. Zapdos becomes, via baton pass, a Swampert. Rock Slide comes down, and it does have leftovers. Standard opening for both. Zapdos comes back, and Skarmory is the play for Tama. So Linear gets the better end of this double switch turn. Thunderbolt here, obviously a big threat to Skarmory. He's going to protect for it anyway. And it is just a straightforward Thunderbolt had Tama decided to get cute and go for a Spike, which he did not. Might be the exact same turn. It is just a Thunderbolt. And Tama this time is going to opt to take the damage in exchange for a Spike. It did 71%. He'll recoup a little bit via lefties. Can recover a little more if he wants via a Protect, which is exactly what he does. And Linear is going to take the opportunity on the obvious Protect turn to go for Agility. So if there's any doubt, Zapdos now faster than anything. If there is something like a Jolteon or an Aerodactyl on the back, Tama not going to let his Skarm die here. He's just going to go for a Blissey on the Thunderbolt. And presumably, the Agility is going to be passed to something here. It is Baton Pass, and we've got ourselves a fast, nimble, big fat Snorlax coming in on a Seismic Toss here. Lax here, the big question is whether or not it can really do anything meaningful to Skarm. Obviously it beats Blissey 1v1, but what can it do to Skarm? Focus Punch on the switch would have been good. Fire Blast. He goes Shadow Ball here. That's not going to get it done. In fact, the Skarm can get very healthy if it just stays here and goes for Protect over and over. There we go. There's the Focus Punch. I don't know that I would have shown that there because you know the Skarm's going to go for Protect, right? So why ruin the surprise? I think I would just go for Body Slam there and just not show him Focus Punch. Maybe entice him to stay in so you can get him with Focus Punch next time. And Tama's going to take it anyway, and he's going to go for a Whirlwind, so he gets knocked down to 6%, which obviously is going to be a little more after lefties. And Meta gets dragged out here for Linear, which is not gaining leftovers of note. Tama does not go for the Protect. I'm surprised he didn't, honestly. I think I would have stayed in protected there, but he might have been afraid of a setup move from the Meta. Meteor Mash comes down for a second time, doesn't find an attack raise. Over Prediction Ice Beam for Tama, only 10%. Swampert has lefties for Tama, so it is not an Endeavor Pert this time. And Heracross coming in for Linear. Earthquake takes that really well, 24%. And the Heracross does have leftovers, so possibly a Swords Dance variant would be my guess. Gligar coming in for Tamahome, that's pretty sweet. Don't see that every day, but it's a cool poke. There is Megahorn as Gligar resists that on the way in, and Heracross has got to be afraid of that 4x weak stab HP flying that the Gligar could have. He goes for Substitute here. If it is the standard Gligar set of Swords Dance Sub Earthquake HP flying, then he's not going to be able to do anything meaningful to the Zapdos, but he could have HP Rock, and he does not. It is just HP Flying. That is really underwhelming, but that's the best thing he can do from behind the sub. Gligar really, really countered by Zapdos, and here comes Bliss as he has to get out of the way. There's the BP. There's Meta stepping on the Spike. See what happens here. Skarm is not at the point where he's going to tank any more hits. Ooh, here comes Magneton for the trap. Meteor Mash does do big damage here and get the attack raise, but it doesn't matter. Earthquake would kill anyway. The real question is, can Magneton kill here? But in a surprise twist, it's actually Meta who's faster, and he does not go for Earthquake here. It is a one-hit KO via Thunderbolt, and it's going to be now a Tamahome lead as the Heracross comes in trying to extract some revenge. Heracross, a very dangerous Pokemon here. Several fighting weaknesses on the team for Tamahome. Megahorn there is going to knock Gligar temporarily into the red. He's going to lefties up to 24%, but he's not in great shape. And here comes the hard counter. And there is the Hidden Power flying yet again. Zapdos does not care about HP flying or Earthquake from this Gligar. Gonna be forced to get out of the way yet again. Here's Blissey. Here's Baton Pass. And it's going to be Snorlax this time. I'm surprised that he didn't go to Heracross, actually, but Lax it is. We have seen Shadow Ball and Focus Punch, which indicates a utility Lax. Probably a self-destruct somewhere, though I wouldn't do that here. And there is Body Slam, so he's shown 3 moves. Like I said, I think the last move is probably Boom, but in theory it could be Earthquake. And here is Tyranitar following up after the Skarmory finally goes down. It did only manage to get that 1 layer of spikes down before dying. So we've got ourselves a 5-5. There's HP Grass, making it a quick 5-4. Linear did not see that coming, and it's a pretty big blowout here, losing the Swampert from 78%. So Hera is going to have to catch Linear back up. Magneton coming in for the fodder. Megahorn going to be a swing and a miss, but it should not matter as long as the follow-up doesn't miss. You could also just switch it up and go to Brick Break here. Nope, he's going to go Megahorn again, and Magneton goes down. We've got ourselves a 4-4, and here comes Gligar. That's been checking it throughout the game, but the Zapdos has been checking the Gligar right back. But of course the Blissey has been checking the Zapdos, and so the loop goes on and on. There is Hidden Power. Zapdos still plenty healthy here at 57%. Gligar has managed to gain a bunch of lefties as well, from the red all the way up to 42%. Here's the obligatory Blissey switch, and there is the Hidden Power, which is obviously aimed at the Gligar since Thunderbolt cannot hit it, and Blissey takes it like a champ. There is Baton Pass, and there is Snorlax, 42%, plus Seismic Toss, 21%. So Lax here is dipping pretty dangerous. In fact, it might die from a follow-up Seismic Toss, regrettably. Gonna go Focus Punch. And Seismic Toss gets him, actually, so that's a little bit unlucky. The damage works out to where Lax just barely dies from the Seismic Toss. And it's going to bring in the T-Tower, which was the final unrevealed in the game for Linear. Here's the Dragon Dance. There's Thunder Wave. Does it have Lum? It does. That Paralysis is gone. We are looking for a DD Tower sweep if you're a fan of Linear. There's Rock Slide, fishing for the crit or the flinch. Crucially, he finds neither, and Tama gets the very important Thunder Wave off. Had that been a crit or a flinch turn, had that Thunder Wave not happened, I think Tama might be in big trouble. And it is a second Dragon Dance here, despite the para on the soft boil turn. Tower quite dangerous here offensively. It's a switch to his own tower for Tama. Great prediction for Linear, nailing that with Earthquake. Great call on that. 100% T-Tower is dead for Tama, and he now goes to his Swampert here, which cannot one-hit KO this tower without a crit. Earthquake, there's 64%. Earthquake back, heavy damage, but even at +2, it only does 46%. And now it's going to be Zapdos here. I think Linear actually might be in some trouble because that Blissey walls that Zapdos all day, and the Tyranitar is basically dead because it's paralyzed and so low. So breaking the Blissey is going to be a real problem now for Linear. And Tama is never going to allow the Blissey to take that Heracross one-on-one unless he has absolutely no other option. There is the Heracross coming in now. I think that's really, really dangerous. What if Tama just goes Seismic Toss there? I don't understand that play at all. I guess he makes the greedy play here. I'm not sure what exactly he was trying to do. Maybe he was trying to get it in against Swampert. I'm not clear what the play was there. I really don't understand why he went to Hera there. That kind of seems like a throw. That looks like a game-losing play to me. I mean, Linear's better than me. I'm sure he had a reason, but I don't understand the Hera switch there. It felt to me like the play was to BP to the tower, let it die to the spike and the Seismic Toss, then you get Hera in for free, and then that puts Tom in a position where something has to switch in to its death against the Heracross. And then, so like probably the Swampert, right? And then Tama would follow up with Gligar, so you would have Gligar against Heracross, and then Linear would go back to Zapdos. I don't know. I guess you could argue that Linear was dead either way, because this whole time Heracross would have to come in on spikes each time. He could only come in so many more times. So perhaps he was dead anyway if he didn't make a play with Heracross, but I don't know. That just wasn't the time. All it took was Tama just clicking the obvious S-Toss to end the game, and that's exactly what happened. So it's going to be Linear out. He makes a deep run in this ADV Cup. Top 4, a solid, respectable finish, but it's going to be Tamahome in the finals for back-to-back years, no matter what happens. And we don't know his opponent yet. It's either going to be Dice or Ban Manaphy. But either way, even if Tama were to lose, back-to-back finals is an incredible achievement. If he gets it done this year, all that much better. But clearly proven one of the best and most consistent ADV players, and you're going to see both of these guys, Linear and Tamahome, in Kalas Invitational 4, and the play-ins for that are starting this coming weekend. The tour is right around the corner, so absolutely stay tuned for that. If you guys are not in my Discord channel, get in there, link in the description. It is the place to watch Kalas Invitational 4, and I cannot wait to start that tour. Thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. I will see you guys soon.